about obstacles when we're following our joy,
Yes,
excitement.
yes.
Synchronistically, these obstacles seem to...
They're not obstacles.
Okay.
They're opportunities. Do you remember all the tools we mentioned exist in the kit of excitement? Obviously not, so say no.
No.
Thank you. Because remember, one of the tools is the reflective mirror. The reflective mirror shows you what might be in you that is out of alignment with your true self, with your joy, with your happiness, so that you can understand what that belief is, deal with it, and let it go. Therefore, it's not that when you're following your joy, obstacles come up. When you're following your joy, information comes up, is being reflected to you that you may be holding on to something in your unconscious mind or subconscious mind that doesn't serve you. Therefore, discovering, in the middle of your joy, discovering something that is not your joy is part of your joy. You understand? It is your joy to find the things within yourself that are not your joy so you can let them go. Isn't that joyful?
It is.
That's how you have to see it. That's how you work with it in a positive way. If you define them as obstacles, you have, by that definition, interrupted your flow. But by saying, oh, goody, my reflective mirror is working brilliantly by showing me something I need to know that I can then let go of and add its energy to my joy. That's how it works. That's one of the tools in the kit of excitement, is to find out what is not your excitement. That's part of the process of experiencing your excitement. And it doesn't have to last that long as you're willing to use it in a positive way. The only reason it might stick around is because you're defining it in a way that makes it stick around by saying, well, it's an obstacle. And now that I've defined it as an obstacle, by its very definition, it's something difficult to get rid of. It's something that doesn't belong. But if it happens, it must be happening for a reason. You have to stay in the positive state, knowing it's happening for a positive reason that serves you, and then you get to use it that way. It's not about, remember, it's not about what happens. It's about what you do with what happens that matters. Is this helping?
Yes, very much, because
All right.
I was thinking of trying to trick the obstacles.
Trick them into doing what?
Well, now I know, just trick them into viewing them as joy and part of my excitement.
But you also have to pay attention to what the message is that they're delivering. You can't just ignore it and say, oh, it's just a joyful obstacle, la-di-da, skip away. You have to know why it's delivering information to you, because otherwise you have nothing to work with and it might crop up again and again and again until you pay attention to what the message is you need to pay attention to. You need to transform. Yes?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I've had a few friends make their transition lately, and I was wondering what exactly happens to humans when we
What happens to
lose life force?
when you die?
Yeah.
Well, you wake up in spirit. Remember, physical reality is just a dream that you're having while you're in spirit. You never leave spirit. That's your natural state. You're just all dreaming that you've left. That's what physical reality is. So basically speaking, when you die, you're waking up from a dream and remembering more of who you are. Yes?
That's exciting.
Yes, it is. Does that help?
Yes, very much. And then lastly, I would like to ask you, I've been trying to become a nicer person.
Trying to be a nicer person?
Yeah, you know.
Why is it difficult for you to simply be a nice person?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, what definitions are you applying to yourself that make you seem like you're not a nice person?
Just sometimes I get irritated with my children, or
Why?
say things in
Why?
different
Why?
ways.
Why? What's the definition behind the irritation? Something isn't going right. because you have this idea of what right should be, when in fact, you may not actually know what the correct path is, but by insisting that you do know, then when it doesn't happen that way, you experience irritation. Maybe you need to relax your idea that you know what everyone should be doing. How about that?
How about that as a mother? So sometimes I think I should just be quiet.
Sometimes that might be the wisest way to be a nice person.
Okay, thank you so much, Bashar.
Just take it on a case-by-case basis. You can feel your way through it. You are a nice person. Sometimes you forget that, but you can start with the understanding that you are a nice person so that you don't have to try to become one. You just have to remember that you are one and then behave accordingly.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.